Happy Monday, everybody. Donnie Baker here with you, LPR Sound Foundation. How are we? Hope your weekend was great. Today is Monday. And like I said in the very beginning, happy Monday. Hope everybody is good. I'm going to put up a logo today, but it's not the podcast. I'm throwing up the live logo because what we're talking about is live streaming. Now, live streaming can be a podcast and podcasts can be live streaming. Yes, I said that correctly. What I do is I do have a live feed that goes every Thursday. And for lack of a better way to call it, I call it Thursday Live because it's on Thursday and it's live. And what happens after I do the Thursday Live? Now, my Thursday Live is all about, I teach people, I teach those that are wanting to learn about running their freelance audio engineer, music production business, recording studio, commercial recording studio business. I teach you how to build that, grow that, and scale that into something that could possibly take over your day jobs. I offer coaching, there's a membership, there's courses, there's master classes and masterminds and workshops and webinars and just, it's a cool thing. It's very cool. That's probably why some of you guys are here watching me today because this is what we do. Podcasting is part of that business. And offering a podcast studio, which is the studio I'm in today, offering that podcast studio for that purpose makes me money. I charge clients money to come in here, record their podcast, whether it's video, or I even have some audio-only podcast clients that they come in, they use my audio systems, and they record their audio. They take it home, they edit it. Sometimes I edit. Of course, that's, I charge more for that kind of thing. But my Thursday Live thing is simply that. It's I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to provide. We usually take the first 5 minutes of the Thursday. The Thursday Live I try to keep it around 30 minutes. So the first couple of minutes, the first 5 minutes, I teach you something. I show you something that I'm interested in or something that I think you might be interested in, like how my calendar system works or how my booking system works from my website or even the app that I use to build my website. Even that's a Thursday Live thing. And then I just open it up to questions and answers. And generally, people, even if you can't attend live, I've had people email me questions that I answer live, and then they can go back and watch it later because it is recorded. I use YouTube and Twitch for that. And both of those keeps a recording of it and plays it back when you're ready to go look at it. So after it's live, then it turns into a podcast, if you want to call it that. The thing with YouTube, we can get into this discussion on another day. But the thing with YouTube is that it's a searchable library. So if somebody had, let's say my Thursday Live, I'm talking about how my calendar system works from my website, how my clients go in and book on my calendar system, right? So what I could do is I could keyword it. How to use this particular calendar system or how I use this particular calendar system on my website. And let's say that somebody 6 months from now is doing a search and like, I wonder how this calendar system works on a website. They type that into Google, boom, I come up. And now they get to see my video. Even though it was a live thing at the time that I did it, now it is there as a searchable library thing that somebody might want to go find. Okay. So that's kind of the difference between the live thing and the podcast thing. This is why they kind of can meld together or mesh together. So a live thing can become a podcast and a podcast can be live. You can live stream a podcast. I've actually had guests on live. I've actually had a guest on my live that's in another city. And there's actually an app that I use for that. Actually, you know what? The app that I'm using right now, the one that I use to throw my name up here, I throw the graphics up here, like I could throw up the I want you to go download, by the way, I want you to go download this free guide to building your podcast business. It's go to learnprorecording.com/podcast. Get it. It's free. It's got some of the links in it. The other links that I'm going to talk about today, I'll put in the description of YouTube. So if you guys are watching me on another format, on another platform, come over to YouTube, watch me on that, and the links will be clickable. I'm going to put links for OBS, which is it stands for Open Broadcast Software, which is free. OBS is cool. We're going to talk a little bit about it. But and then StreamYard is another one that I have used personally. And what I'm using right now is called Ecamm Live. I'm going to give you a link to that. There's a link to that in the publication that you're going to download at the learnprorecording.com/podcast. There's a link to that in there. But there's also a link to some training that you can get with that's super affordable, and it's amazing. It's actually my coach, Adrian Salisbury. Hi, Adrian, if you're watching me today. But no, he's got an amazing training program on how to use Ecamm Live, and it's simply, for me, I thoroughly enjoy Ecamm. I like it for live, but I also use it for this. I'm recording this. This is not live right now, even though I know it says live. I'm gonna take that off, and I can put podcast. So I'll leave podcast on there. So even though I'm not using it live, I can use this to record, and like I can throw the graphics. I can throw, all right, my email. Let me put my email up there, and I'm just hitting buttons. Okay. We are gonna share my production desk with you, not next week, but the week after, which would be the 9th of September. Next month, get excited. Next month, I know this whole month has been podcast business month. Y'all don't care. I get it. There's 10 people out there in the world who do care, and that's why I do this, okay? But the majority of you, you don't, I'm getting very few views on YouTube, getting very few views everywhere. Nobody's searching for how to do a podcast as a business. Nobody wants to know about that. So I get it. But next month, y'all get ready. Get ready for this. We're doing we're gonna do an extensive studio tour. We're gonna start with this room, and then we're gonna move into my Studio B, which is right next door. And then we're gonna move into Studio A, which is on the other side of that wall. So, Studio A being the larger of the 3 studios, that one's gonna take a little bit longer than the general. I try to keep these to generally between 30 and 60 minutes. But that one may take a little bit longer because there's a lot of gear in there that I really wanna talk to you about. Studio B is a little bit bigger. It's definitely bigger than this room, and there's a lot more gear in there. So that one will probably take the full 30, 45 minutes. This one shouldn't take that long, but there is a lot of stuff in here, man, which I want to talk to you about. Like the thing I'm pressing right now to bring up this and to bring up this and to bring up the other thing it's called the Stream Deck. And I use this, and these are things that you program, and it brings these graphics up in Ecamm Live. Now, I have made all these graphics. You see the little thing? Oh, it's on this side. You see the little thing right here with the LPR Sound Foundation? I made that in Ecamm, and it's there on Ecamm. I can actually get rid of it. I've got another scene set up, and it's called Clean Feed, so there's nothing on the screen, right? But I do like to run this one because this is what you guys. This is my branding, and I really want you guys to understand that I made all of this in Ecamm Live, and this for me, Ecamm Live is super simple. It's super easy. Ecamm will allow me to stream to 10 different locations at the same time if your internet connection can handle it. My internet connection can handle it because I pay a little extra, and I've got a lot more upload speed than a normal home internet. Okay, so you really have to check your internet. But I mean, who's gonna stream live to 10 places all at the same time? Even when I go live on Thursdays, I go to YouTube and Twitch. That is it. Facebook stopped allowing us to go live in our private groups. You can do it, but you got to jump through like 14 different hoops to get it done. I just moved over to Twitch. I just send everybody to Twitch. Twitch is easy. It's simple. Click, click. So the coolest part, and I don't really have one set up. I do have a fake one there that I use just for placement. But if I'm live and someone leaves a comment on my YouTube channel or from my Twitch channel, I just hit one button and it throws this viewer name and placard and everything. It's just a placeholder. This one that you see here is simply a placeholder, but it would show the name, and if the picture is on there, it would show the picture, and it would ask like the questions. I like to throw the questions up there, right? So I can do that live. Literally, I just hit one button. I've got it programmed on my Stream Deck. If you guys we're going to talk about the Stream Deck when we do the studio tour here in the podcast studio, but if you guys have not discovered the Elgato Stream Deck, go right now, pause this video, go look at it. No, don't pause the video, man. Don't do that just yet. But no, the Elgato Stream Deck, man, you can program this to work with whatever you're doing. I have another scene. I have another thing set up on my Stream Deck for when I edit video. I use Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve when I edit video, and I've got buttons set up for normal things that I do like that. Zoom in and out, cut, move, that kind of stuff. Add transitions, add text. It's just buttons. I press buttons. With Pro Tools, I can't tell you how many times I've used this in my daily life using Pro Tools. I set up, because you can set up multiple things, multi-action. We're going to talk a lot more about the Stream Deck when we do the studio tour. Let's not get too deep into that. Just know that an Elgato Stream Deck is kind of a must-have when you're doing live stuff. It just makes it, you don't have to have it, but it makes life so much easier. Now, what I do want to talk to you about, OBS. OBS is, like I said earlier, open broadcast software. It's free. It works with Windows and Mac and Linux if you're the Linux user. Like I said, man, it's free. It's a little bit, the learning curve on it to use it is a little bit steep. Of course, there's tons of YouTube videos out there to help you learn how to use it, but it does a very similar thing to Ecamm. It allows you to throw graphics. It allows you to move windows in and out, change scenes. You can add comments, that kind of thing, and it's free. I mean, the cool part about that is it's free. It's great for streaming for churches. It's great for streaming the church service out to the congregation. A lot of this stuff came up during the shutdown of the world in 2020 because we weren't allowed to go to church. We weren't allowed to go to the concerts. We weren't allowed to go to these places. So we kind of got into the streaming thing where we could stream the church services. We could stream the live concerts. We were doing that here at the studio. Bands would come in and play, and we'd stream it out to their fans. It was awesome, and those kind of things that's what these things are for. And you got to have a simple camera. My camera's not anything special. You could actually do it with your iPhone, which we've talked about on another episode of the podcast thing here. But OBS Studio, like I said, it's free. It doesn't suck that bad. And if you guys are, if you want to try it out, try it out. The next one we have is StreamYard. StreamYard does have a trial. I'm looking at their website right now, and I don't see how much it costs. It doesn't really talk about how much it costs, but it does say that you can get started for free. With this, you can stream to Facebook, YouTube, and other platforms. Very similar to Ecamm. Ecamm, I have tried StreamYard. Ecamm for me, Ecamm Live won out between StreamYard and Ecamm for me, for what I do. I'm kind of a technical idiot, I guess you can call it. I don't really want to spend a bunch of time learning how to use a piece of software. I just want it to work, So if we add Ecamm in it, now Ecamm, I do see the prices for Ecamm. The standard Ecamm is $16 a month. They do have a trial, a 14-day trial. You can get it for free. Try it out, see what it's like. If you like it, use it. If you don't. If you're going to get it, I would suggest getting the Pro, because the Pro is a little bit more money. But if you're going to use it like this, if you're going to use it for your podcast, if you're going to use it to bring on guests, oh shoot, I forgot to tell you, man, Zoom is now included in, Zoom integration is included with Ecamm. So if I have to have a meeting, like let's say we're gonna do a workshop, I can use Ecamm and just bring in everybody on a Zoom link into Ecamm, and it looks like Zoom. It shows all the pictures, all the cameras. Like you guys know what Zoom is. All the cameras come in. It shows up like that, but it's Ecamm. So any comments, I could throw comments. I could actually throw comments like I do with this guy, with my placeholder. I could just throw comments like that, and it shows up. So Ecamm does work in 4K, even though I'm out on YouTube right now, and YouTube limits us to 1080. So it does keep me to 1080, but you can do 4K in Ecamm Live. So I've been using Ecamm for a few years, and like I said, I got the training from Adrian Salisbury, and that made all the difference. And I've just been on Ecamm ever since. And everything just seems to work for me, man. The audio portion of it is pretty cool. The throwing the graphics. I make my graphics in Canva. If I need to make like an overlay and bring it in, I make it in Canva. If I need to make it on brand and I bring it in, and it just works. Like the little thing down here in the corner with the on this side. Sorry, on this side where I can't point on the camera. This thing right here, the podcast thing. I could change it to live, Or if we're doing a blog, I could make it a blog. See, I've just made these graphics in Canva, and I bring them in, and I can move them wherever I want. I can size them, make them bigger. Like this one's a little bit, it's a little bit like this one over here. You can see it's transparent. I've got it a little bit more transparent. I made it that way, and that's the way it works. So live streaming, we do have one client that comes in about once every 2 months. He's a life coach. They come in and they do a live thing they go to LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube, all at the same time. They're live on all these platforms at the same time. And they do life coaching live. People send in questions, or they come on live and they ask questions, and the life coach will answer the question and work with you one-on-one live. We could bring if you've got a camera and you want to come in on the live stream, we bring you in on the live stream with the life coach. You guys work it out, and basically it's Zoom, but Zoom is integrated in my Ecamm, and it works great. So I do want you to go and get go grab the Build Your Podcast Business Guide, learnprorecording.com/podcast. Get that. It's free. Doesn't cost you a dime. And that's going to set you up with the guide that not only shows you what kind of equipment you might need to get started. I think it gives you like 3 different scenarios of equipment that you might need, whether it's video or audio or just video, whatever. But honestly, man, if you guys have a studio and you're not offering podcasting for your clients, you're missing out. You're leaving money on the table, man. You're definitely leaving cash on the table. And I might suggest that you get that, bring that in, get that done, So stop leaving the money on the table. Don't do that. Hey, next week I gotta leave. I gotta make this one nice and short. We've been so busy here at the studio. It's been crazy. I don't know what it is, man. I think it's the back to school thing. Like all the kids are back in school, so now the parents can come out and enjoy the studio again. But man, no, we've been doing a bunch of film stuff. We did a bunch of ADR on a short film for a USC student. That was a lot of fun. It was a great film. And then we did a film score for a really cute film. I don't think I talked to you about it just yet. I think it's still hush hush, but it's a really cute film. I think you're gonna like it. When it gets closer to being released, I'll let you know, because we did the music for the film. And all the musicians came in, and the conductor was here, and he had everything. He was so organized, man. He had everything notated, and everything was just ready to go. Schedule was like boom, boom, boom. It was a lot of fun. It was a great day. I think that the film's really cute from what I saw of it. I'm excited to be a part of it. So yeah, we're doing a lot more of that. But music clients are booking in, and it's the back to school thing. Y'all know, man, if you have a studio, or you work in a studio, or you understand how this works, we got that roller coaster thing going on, man. And during the late summer, it kind of dips, then it picks up again at the end of the summer, and then it'll dip again after Thanksgiving. And that's just how it works, man. We ride that roller coaster every year, and y'all know how it works. So next week, we're gonna start Studio Tour Month. Is it next week? Yes, the 2nd of September. We're gonna start Studio Tour Month, which is gonna be so much fun. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy that. Please join me for that. I'm hoping I'm gonna take every piece of equipment and share a little bit about it, in all the studios. Y'all, if y'all know me, if y'all know who I am, and if you've been around any time at all around me, you know that I get excited about gear, man. It just really, I really like it. I like to collect it. I like old weird things that don't do what you think it's gonna do because it's modified or something, and I just like weird stuff. And I'll explain each piece to you and how I use it and why I use it the way I do. I'll explain where I got it. Man, I got a microphone. I own a microphone that I use pretty much on every drum session. That is from I bought it in 1976, and I'll share that one with you because that one's got history, bro. I gotta set it. Let's not get too deep into this, man, because I get excited about it. But yeah, I've got a set of headphones that I've had for a minute. I'll share those with you too. So let's get ready for that, man. Studio Tour Month is coming up. I, for one, am super excited. Hopefully you guys are excited. You're gonna come hang out with me here. My name is Donnie Baker, and don't forget that part of it. And don't forget, one more time, go get that your studio, your podcast business building guide. It's 100% free. LearnProRecording.com/podcast. podcast. I'm going to get up out of here. I want y'all to go have a great week. Don't forget the blog post on Wednesday. And please, come join me on the Thursday Live. If you can, we try to do it. Last week I did it in the morning, and it seemed like I had more people involved in the morning. So maybe that's where we'll go. Maybe I'll try to keep it in the morning, like 10:15 Pacific time. If you guys are on the East Coast, that'll get you, during lunch. I'll catch you during lunch. Maybe that's how it works. I know that if I do it at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern's kind of late for some people, so I don't want to do that. So yeah, maybe I'll try to keep it in the mornings when I can. That one's kind of dependent upon the studio schedule. You know what I mean? So because it is live and I do have to be here for that. Like this one, I'm recording earlier, and y'all get this one on Mondays. So, but it ain't Monday right now. It ain't Monday yet. Y'all are getting it now. But so that's why I don't really talk about times and dates and current events and things on these kind of things, because I don't need you to know that I'm recording this on a Friday or something. But so that's how it works. But yeah, definitely join me on Thursday Live, and we'll definitely see y'all next week when we kick off Studio Tour Month. Studio Tour Month. I'm like, I gotta keep checking my calendar, man, because it's just getting close, and I'm excited about Studio. Why am I so excited about Studio Tour Month, man? And y'all should be excited. Y'all should be like, yeah, I can't wait for that one. Yeah, come on, get on my list. You get the email letting you know when we're gonna do it. The YouTube things are every Monday at 10 a.m. Y'all know that, so get ready for that. Anyway, football season is upon us as well, so life is getting good. Life is doing all right. So anyway, y'all enjoy that, man. We'll see you Wednesday, blog post, Thursday Live, don't forget, and then of course next Monday. We'll see you then. My name is Donnie Baker, and I am out of here. Have a great week. Peace.